Danny, the big kickoff's nearly here. Long time coming. You've had all these weeks and months to prepare. Do you feel ready?
I hope so. And I think that'll be reflected in performance. I think every team's probably saying the same things in pre-season. We've worked hard. We've changed some things. We've changed some sort of systems, and it's gone really well in pre-season. The players have worked hard. They've adapted really well. They've adapted to the change really well, and I'm just looking forward to the real stuff now. I think you see a difference in your players when it's real and when it matters, and when there's pressure on. You see how your players can handle that, and how resilient they are. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it now. We've got a tough game on Sunday in the Cup, and then probably even tougher game the week after away at Hull KR.
I was going to say, as a player, you get to this time and you're wishing the days away at this point, you just want to get to the game. As a coach, is it the same, or are you like, actually, I really need a productive day here and would love another match?
Yeah. It's probably a combination of both. I think pre-season's long and you do all you're almost laying like a foundation for your season, for your whole season in pre-season, but you just, I get excited about game day. I always got excited about game day when I played, and I still do as a coach. I think you work, like in rugby league, we live week to week. We prepare for what we've got at the weekend. And I get excited now by seeing my players carry out some of the actions that we've been doing in training, some of the effort stuff we've been doing in training, and hopefully see them put it into practice on a Friday evening. So the games for me are the most exciting part, and I can't wait to get started now.
Obviously, you had the pre-season game against Wakefield, which I know probably performance-wise wasn't quite where you wanted to be. I remember when Willie Peters had his first game as Hull KR, and it was Featherstone, and not where he wanted the performance to be. And he was saying to me the other day, after that, I'm thinking, what have I signed up for here? Did you have a bit of that where you're like, actually, maybe this coaching like's not quite as easy?
There were a few different things going around in my head, and obviously disappointment, because we'd done some really promising things in pre-season, and I suppose I wanted the players to go out there and show everybody else, and make a really good first impression. We didn't quite get that. So it was good for us though. I think it was a smack in the face that we needed, and it probably brought us back down to earth a little bit. And then our second performance, although we didn't get the result last week, was a lot better. A lot of things that we did in that game that we'd done in pre-season. So I got a sense that my players were understanding it, were learning, were understood what was being asked of them. So friendlies are friendlies out there. We don't take. I don't think anybody takes too much notice, but you want to give yourself confidence going into the games when it really matters, and I think we did that with our first 40 minutes last week.
As a player, you had an unbelievable career. I always wonder, for someone who's had such a good career and was so good without blowing your own trumpet, do you ever watch it and get frustrated that maybe some players that you coach maybe can't quite do what you were able to do, and is it hard to sort of understand that at times?
Do you know what? I don't think it is. I can get where you're coming from, and I understand your point. But I love working with players. I love working with all range of abilities. I think, I was fortunate enough to be in a great team and playing with some unbelievable players, and some of the best players that have played in our competition, or played in Super League. So, but I love coaching. I love working with players. Love telling them when they're doing things really well, telling them when they're doing things not so well, and trying to help them get better. So I think as a coach, you need to understand your players. You need to know what makes them tick, know how you can maximise their growth and maximise their potential. So to answer your question, no, I think I'm cool with it. I've got standards that I won't go away from. I want my players to work hard. I want them to love what they do. I want them to commit to each other. So there's some things that I won't go away from, but I feel like I've got a good understanding of all levels of ability and enjoy coaching.
Just lastly, have you given a spray yet? And if you did, did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I'm passionate. I'm passionate about what I do. I've give hundreds of sprays as a player, and that'll be the same as a coach. And I feel like I've got loads of learning to do. I'm going to make loads of mistakes. I'm probably going to say some things that I will regret and have to go back and apologise for. But I think I'll never want that emotion or passion to go out of me or what I do as a coach. So the boys know where I stand. I'm pretty you know, when I want something done, I'm pretty strict with it. But then I want my players to enjoy what they do, and I give them some freedom, and I will work with them. I want them to love what they do. So I think you just need a combination of being tough, but then also being able to put an arm around your player and have a coffee with him, or, you know, tell him that everything's okay as well. It's just that balance.
Cheers, Thank you, mate. Top man.
No worries.
Thanking you.